There we go. Oh, crap, there's a patrol right there. Gotta be very stealthy.
Hold on, I haven't finished setting you up yet.
I know, but I'm still having to be very stealthy. You know how it is. You do know how it is, right?
I do.
Yeah.
Are you on day 5?
I believe we're on day 5. That sounds about right.
I'll edit it if I'm wrong.
Yeah, you would.
There we go. I'll double check. Our person's getting you live.
Live.
And save. Let me take a look and make sure.
Alright, I think that will do it.
Yes, you are on day 5.
Called it. Now I just need to...
Okay.
There we go.
Increase the size of the screen. Okay.
Alright.
Down.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good to see ya. Good to hear from ya. We are...
Mic working?
I believe it's working. I don't see why it wouldn't.
Well, I've already muted the thing, so I can't tell.
If you guys can't hear me, please let me know. So, because
I'll turn it on briefly. Just so
that would be a big...
can't hear me, please.
Yeah, we're good.
You're good.
We're good. Now we get to scare him with an echo. And, ooh, I need to kill this target.
All right, well, I'll let you get to it, little bro.
Yep, sure thing.
Y'all enjoy Lark playing Assassin's Creed 3 tonight? Because tomorrow we begin our trek through Faerun.
Or Faerun.
Or Faerun. No, I was pronouncing it like Lazelle, and she's right about everything.
Except for the part where she's wrong about everything.
Ah, boy.
But DC was interesting. There was a lot of good times. There was also some interesting moments.
Interesting.
Yes, we had some events that I was not expecting.
Like a plane crash.
Yes, I was not expecting a plane crash over the Potomac while we were at the Jefferson Memorial.
Crazy things happen.
Crazy things do, in fact, happen. And apparently another person down here needs to die, so...
That's nice.
That is nice. We're going to go ahead and knock them out. Well, we're going to kill
In
them.
the kindest, most loving way possible.
Nope. Hey there, Mark Tech. How you doing? What about you? Yeah, it was a little weird when it happened, because, like, we didn't see it happen. But we're getting ready to get back on the bus, and we just see a few helicopters fly over us. And one of the kids comments like, "Man, that's awful low. Where's it going?" I was like, "Yeah, probably just going into land somewhere." Nope, it was search and rescue. Because then I come downstairs from the hotel the next morning, and I just see all the news channels talking about it, and I'm like, "Oh no!" Yeah, that was thing. But we're all fine. We made it through. I don't think anyone outside of the initial plane crash was actually injured or anything. No, we don't. Yeah, we did not. My school don't have the budget to fly us anywhere, let alone DC.
No, y'all took a charter bus, right?
Yeah, we took a bus because that is what we can afford.
Yeah, y'all couldn't afford a plane ride. Not that I'd want you to. I don't trust those planes that going in and out of DC.
Yeah, actually, like our tour guide actually explains, like that is like they have like the DC airport is actually one of the most dangerous because it has such a small runway.
Yeah, I don't trust it. I've never. If I had to take a plane ride to somewhere, I wouldn't go out of DC. Going
out of DC wouldn't be so bad. Coming into it is the problem. Mm-hmm. But then there was that other plane crash in Philadelphia, not Philadelphia, but in Pennsylvania.
Well, it's one of those things.
Yep.
Anyway, y'all enjoyed. Have a good time. I'll see you guys later. If you need anything, Lark, or if anyone has a question that you want me to answer, holler.
I will do just that, should the need arise, and jump off of the beam.
Okay, if you want to consist.
Not you!
Hold on, I think there's a beam out here I can...
I don't know why you're running, dude. I'm just trying to get out of sight. Haha, they'll never suspect a man hiding in the bushes. Can you explain to me redneck element? Redneck element? Do you mean like the element of like how rednecks having an effect on things, or what do you mean by that? Oh, are you referring to my joke in my Lamentations on the railroad where I threatened to kill Deacon for making a comment? I have an Adela pork belly quesadilla and just steak and chorizo nachos. Well, aren't you just living better than everyone else? Okay, case of B1. So here's the thing. In the Lamentations, what I was doing was I was pointing out how all of the members of the railroad irritated me, and I would just happily dispatch all of them because of how much they frustrate me. I said the only one I really like is actually Deacon. He can stay, and then I show that clip where he would take him to not the fortress, the castle, and he goes, the Minutemen are back. Let's hope they can keep the redneck element in check. And I was like, all right, up yours, pal. Because I think that mostly is a joke, because I give the railroad a hard time, rightfully deserved. Deacon, though, I do find, for the most part, pretty fun. But the thing is, his gripe with the Minutemen is, like, I completely agree with Preston, like, if you ever, like, swap the two of them out, they will talk to each other. Because Deacon will say something quippy, and then Preston will actually say, hey, Deacon, if you ever actually want to fight for something real, let me know. Or he says something along those lines. And I always sort of like that, because it's like, yeah, know your place, pal. Know your place, Deacon. And also, too, like, oh dear, I can't stand the dang Minutemen because they have redneck elements. Like, you have a bunch of farmers with guns that are protecting each other. I think a little redneck element is acceptable. But hello, oh, and hey there, barbarian. I am happy for you, Jacob. It's just I'm a little jealous. It's just good food. I like good food. And we also, we just had done with hibachi, so I ate well, certainly, but our choice was between having Mexican food and having a hibachi, and so I suppose I'm looking at the path I didn't take. Now, check it out. We got a lot of assassin targets in Boston today. Right, oh. Deacon exists, Preston, I will bury you alive. Well, here's the thing. Preston is such a chill guy. He's like, Deacon, I don't hate you, but you irritate me with, like, kind of, because that's the thing. Preston kind of sees it the way I do. It's just like, you are focusing so specifically on one issue that you can't see all the other issues around you. And that's just the thing. Deacon is wasted on the railroad. Any resources are wasted on the railroad, to be frank. And a tiny Lego set of a TIE interceptor? Cool! Ah, Legos. Looking forward to summer because I'm going to see Geist and his turf. Can't see me going. Oh, cool. Traveling by train. A unique choice. Have fun, though. Well, gotta get around Boston. I actually typically don't interact with Hancock all that much. I like him, I just don't interact with him all that often. And in this game, I think he's mentioned. Ooh. You know too much. How did you do that? What witchcraft? Had one of them heat-sinking rounds he did. Yeah, for the best, I was going the wrong way. I have funny news, I'm rebuilding an M1A2 and I almost said M1A2 Abrams. An M1911A1 from military surplus parts. Building a new percussion Kentucky. Oh, cool! That'll be a fun project. I wish you luck and hope you don't pinch your fingers on anything. I don't think he's going for pirate. Hey boys, how we doing? I wanted to kill the other one because, I guess he survived. Sorry, I have to kill you now. Gosh, I miss roof gardens. They'll never take me alive. Whew, sorry, dude. I had a few, like, random, I remember having, like, this big box of Legos, and I remember 2 Lego sets distinctively. I had a Viking longboat. I don't remember how I got it. I think it was, like, a Christmas present. And the one that was kind of the coolest was I had a Y-Wing. And that was a pretty big, pretty decent-sized beast to put together. But me and Raven had, friends. They were twins, and they had like this extensive Lego collection, like they had like the big old Lego Star Destroyer, pretty much every vehicle from Star Wars. They had a Lego set, and I was always jealous of them because it was so cool. I have over 50 Lego clone troopers, with a million more on the way. Lady, what were you doing? Oh, yeah, that's right. You kids probably want some food. Here you go. Eat up. No need to thank me, kids. No need to thank me. Oh, this is... I thought it was just like on one part of it. I can't even go. That's rough. Don't worry, I'm just gonna be a bit. Just gonna be a bit. Need to get to the top so I can see... Connor. We're lucky they haven't hit us yet because smoothbore, but I need you to move. I hate it when you're just like, alright, move up, and they just kind of stand there like, no, I don't want to. I wasn't sure, did you see any politicians in the House? Yeah, the Senate was in session when we were in. We didn't go in to see for obvious reasons. I think they were actually working on the confirmation of RFK Jr. I don't know specifically when he was in, but yeah, we got to go around. I saw a lot of congressional aides moving around and, you know, being busy about everything. But it was a good trip. I kind of want to go back to D.C. with Raven and not have to look over a bunch of 8th graders who couldn't pretend to be interested about things that are actually really, really cool. The Senate be senating. Yeah, they do tend to do that. Yarr, I found another part for the pig leg set. Alright, I think that's everything important right now in Boston. I could buy some more stuff. I'll take care of this Templar fort a little bit later. Alright. Let's fast travel. I think Connor is actually a descendant of Takar. Maybe? Maybe? Who can say? Or also a bottle of special Mary arrived from George Washington's Mount Vernon. Ooh, cool. Yeah, we didn't get to go to Mount Vernon. We did get to see his, because we get to see, like, in the Capitol building, the rotunda. Because if you look at, like, the top painting in the Capitol building's rotunda, it has, like, this sort of, like, angelic view. Oh, like George Washington's center. Matt Pat said so. Okay, well, the fact that Matt Pat said it made me question it a bit more. Just because, I don't know, sometimes Matt Pat, he can have some interesting theories, but sometimes he doesn't always do his research. It depends. It really does depend. But my grandmother went to D.C. for quilting events years ago. Before her passing, I almost went to D.C. for college and had a leadership scholarship. Cool. Hey, Lark, I heard about Raven's story about the deer transformation at camp. You have anything like that? Something that changed lives forever? I don't think I have anything of such an equivalent. Story of a deer transformation. Like a story he wrote, or is he talking about like his nickname? Burn my fingers trying to get food out of the oven. Now I have blister on my fingers when I said that. Oof. Sorry, my boy. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I burned myself on an oven or two because the mitts didn't go all the way up one time. He's talking about the Bambi story. So, like, when he got a nick... So, if I recall correctly, that's... I wasn't there for that. That was when he was a CIT. And he got... yeah, then I was just not there. Attack the convoy! Okay, I don't know why, but I will. I don't know why you... Out of all of them you could have targeted, you targeted the drummer. Come on, who's next? Shoot him instead. Thank you. I don't think he ever really liked the dude anyway. Alright. Good work. What you got back here, huh? Let's loot this wagon. Being a proper land pirate, I am. 750. Not a bad take. Not a bad take. You told the story and I was laughing. I'm kidding about the change lives forever. I did not make it serious. I'm not sure talking about like it was like I know the story. I didn't know that it was changing lives forever. News to me, but I mean, on the times I've been camping and stuff, I've had a few incidents of like. I remember one time, it wasn't the same camp, it was a Boy Scout camp. I was the senior patrol leader for that event. I don't know what drove them to say, yeah, you should do it, you should do it, but I was. And I come back from one of my activities, to say the least, and I just find one of our scouts duct taped to a pole. And I'm like, what on earth happened? So I removed the duct tape from his mouth, and he's like, no, put it back on, I like being here. I was like, I'm learning too much about you. So that changed my life. I learned things about people I never wanted to. But that kid was always a weird one. It's funny how many games were Red Dead before Red Dead was Red Dead. I think this game came out before Red Dead 1. Alright. Come on. Climb up. Get up there. There we go. No. I wanted you to go up. Up, I say. Do I synchronize from here? But the trees always bug me. Jump up, buddy. Okay. Uh-huh. Come on, Connor, you're supposed to be good at climbing trees. You know what? I'm going to eventually get up there, but I'm going to desynchronize, because that's just how those always happen. So we're going to keep moving instead.
Hold and stay open.
I'm here to win the war for you. What up, y'all?
Looking for Israel Putnam. On whose orders?
Continental Congress, out of my way, pal.
Samuel Adams.
And dude, you're gonna need like more than one. You're joking. Someone just that's hilarious. Yeah, well the thing is, he was a kid that always rubbed everyone the wrong way, and so when I don't know whether he suggested it or one of the other boys suggested it, but he was a goofy kid, and so he liked doing goofy things. When he's like, oh, you're gonna get to be duct taped to a pole? That sounds funny. I'm gonna do it. Like, Alright, sure. I would have cut him down, but he wasn't big on it, so I was like, alright, sure.
Some disagreement as to where we should
On the battle of red versus blue, what side are you on, Lark?
and any time we
Uh,
doesn't make. I think and the others plan to assemble artillery on these.
that's I like
A good shelling might
I like both. I like red and blue. I like red, white, and blue. That's just how I am.
The cages, the bunch. He's appeared time to time and talked to us, so send
Depends on the mood, honestly. Also depends on the game.
He'll have what's coming to him.
I've never been to any major cities in the States besides New Orleans. New Orleans is certainly a unique one. Though I haven't been to New Orleans in many, many moons. It's been well over a decade since I set foot in the forgotten French city. Was that Dr. Seuss talking? Maybe.
Putnam's just up ahead. You can't miss. I don't care much for your excuse.
Thank goodness he's subtitled, otherwise I never would have been able to figure out which one is him. Guys, loving the drip. Now, I will have to point this out as an inaccuracy since I am critiquing this. There would not have been a lot of continental uniforms at the battle. They would not have been. There would not have been any form of uniform. There wouldn't be any uniformity in what they were wearing because they would have been. They're militia. They're all wearing what they have, and so at this point, they really aren't a army.
I rest my case. I'm going back to Bunker Hill. Good day, gentlemen.
General Putnam,
What up?
I'm looking for Jonathan. I was told you would be able to help me find him.
He's tucked away inside that city with no reason to leave. As long as that ship continues its assault, we'll never flush him out.
But if the ship was silenced,
Oh, then force to get off his arse and come forward.
I'll fly the flag to signal my success.
And I shall speak fondly of you at your funeral.
I kind of love the realists. Step back, boys. There's a new American in town. But yeah, another thing that I want to point out is like they actually did get something right. He says like I'm going back to Bunker Hill. Originally, we had set up stuff on Bunker Hill, but they decided to move forward and work on Breed's Hill. So all the fighting actually happened on Breed's Hill, but it's still called the Battle of Bunker Hill. Sure, that guy's okay. It depends. If he can get a tourniquet on that and we can sew him up, he might live a life without a leg. But who knows, the trauma might be too much for him. Excuse me, boys, pardon me, I've got things to do. You guys can handle this, right? Oh, I can't call in my assassins to go back. Well, actually, that would probably not be a good idea. Here we go! Are there reasons why bunkers are called bunkers in the first place? I don't know if there's a specific reason, if it goes like old French language or something. I'm sure it's like, oh yes, it comes from the old French bunker. I have no idea, honestly. Well, Mark, if you do know, please share with the rest of the class. You British and your Navy. Connor, now is not the time to reminisce. Climb up, genius! Guess I'll shimmy my way along until I can find a suitable spot for him to climb up. Apparently, this part just isn't good enough. Sure, if that'll work. Hey boys, what up? Good, they can't see me. I'm out here, you can't see me. Come here. Come here. Come here. Yes. I wanted you to pull him overboard, not... Fine. We can't always get what we... Wait, why is his... Thanks, buddy. Really push. Shouldn't you wear like naval uniform? What the heck is wrong? Let go! Trying to grab me. No, sir! None of that. You think there'd be more people on a ship, but then you'd be wrong. Listen, I'm not going to let you get away with that when I can't use one of your own men as a meat shield. Now, I hope they'll be okay as I wait patiently to reload my very fancy gun. You should try a stone fence, 1 pint of hard cider, and 1 shot of rum. Well, if I have the spirits to do that, I might. Alright, I'm playing Total War 3 Kingdoms a lot recently. Want to know, why is Dong Zhuo portrayed as a tyrant? And isn't it better to see both sides of the story? Okay, so here's the thing. You could, I have heard people argue the idea was like, okay, Dong Zhuo was just kind of doing what anyone would do, and that's true, but here's where Dong Zhuo... Run! Go, 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 go. Cutting it close! Whew. Nice. But Dong Zhuo was, he made the mistake of kind of being the first. Everybody else kind of wanted to do what Dong Zhuo did, but he was the first to do it, and therefore everyone could sort of rally around it. Think about when, to use another Total War, for example, when you, realm divide. At a certain point, and during the Sengoku Jidai, I better not be there when that fight is again. At a certain point, you're on a ship, you don't just wave your hand and go, hey, halt there, because you know dang well I'm someone trying to kill you. But yeah, the realm divide and Shogun 2, eventually you get to the point where it's like, hey, I claim to be Shogun, and once you make that claim, anyone that isn't under your direct control is going to try and resist you. And so Dong Zhuo, his big problem was the way he tried to do it was so politically unsavvy. If he had been a little bit more clever about the situation, he might have been able to get a little bit further than he was, but by a lot of accounts, he wasn't the most eloquent or diplomatic of the warlords. That's why people like Xiao Xiao and Liu Bei were able to... There we go. Remain undetectable. Why? Why not just clear it like a pirate? And now I gotta go back to that one and raise the... Oh, I could just do either. We'll do this one. Cool guys don't look at explosion. They blow things up and then they walk away. You are absolutely right, sir. You mean seizing the Emperor and raising Lao Yang? Yeah. Because it's one thing to say, hey, I'm here to protect the Emperor, I don't trust the eunuchs. That's sketch. It's another thing to go like, yeah, I'm going to sleep in the Emperor's bed, I'm going to basically be Emperor in everything but name only, oh yeah, and I'm also going to kill the Emperor so his brother can, his younger kid brother can become Emperor, so that I have better time. Yeah, he could have gone about it a little cleaner. There we go, that's a little better. No, 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 no! God! Close. I wish Morgan's rifles were in this. Oh gosh, I would love Morgan's rifles. I wish that we could get Ferguson's rifles. Yeah, because a Ferguson rifle would be awesome for world's first breech loader. Roll on being cool, don't look at explosions. Exactly. It is law. By his adopted son for going after his girl. Yep, rookie mistake there. Then, of course, just being around... Oh, that's right, I'm not trying to synchronize, I'm trying to raise a flag. I can still synchronize, though. I can do two things. You know what's interesting about this? We really should have kept that ship. Because it's kind of interesting, hey, yes, I single-handedly cleared this ship. Like, why not, like, say, like, you have trained sailors. make some more trained sailors. Having an actual few ships of the line to help out would be invaluable to the American cause, because that's one of the reasons we needed the French so badly, is because no Navy other than John Paul Jones. Were you praying for my horse? Thank you, sir. Don't know why I'm following this dude. But I do as the cursor guides. Ah, buck up, pal. You're fine. Yeah, you know, look like less like they've been through a rough battle. Look like they're hungover after a midnight bender. I mean, this is by the unit led by Daniel Morgan, but the Garadoni Woodbush would have been awesome too. Oh no, I knew what you meant by Daniel Morgan, because Morgan's rifles were probably the closest to a special forces unit that we had, and they were responsible for winning us the two biggest and most important, well, maybe not biggest, but most important battles of the Revolution, that being Saratoga and Cowpens. The whole thing was actually a plot by Dong and Lu Bu to fall in love with the same woman, so Lu Bu would get jealous. I'm surprised it actually worked. Lu Bu can be sometimes a little predictable. How much do I know about Japanese history and culture equal to Raven? I don't know as much as Raven. Raven spent far more time looking at it. I did take some courses in college. We actually had the same professor for a few classes. Not at the same time, but like he would teach one class for Raven, and he would also teach another class for me. And so I know the bare bones basics. Like, for example, I can give you the stereotypical rendition of all that. So like, I can explain to you like the Kamakura period, how that came about, how you get to the Sengoku Jidai, how the Sengoku Jidai kind of ends and goes to the Tokugawa era or Edo period, and then how that transitions over into the Meiji Restoration, and then up to World War II, and then basic events leading up to the modern day. I can give you that generalized overview, and I can talk about samurai, I can talk about shinobi a little bit, but then there's other aspects that I'm not going to be able to go into, like I can tell you the Nara period and the Heian period existed. That's it.
There's no good way to get at him.
Very, very little stuff like going like. I like Japanese history. I like Japanese culture. It's just that's Raven's specialty. That's Raven's specialty. So I can answer some questions on those, but I might have to call Raven to come in if you have anything more advanced than just bare bones basics.
There is no time. I will have the chance to direct.
The Japanese, we really think about it, were the first Americans.
Today, oppose the impossible.
By what metric, D1? By what metric?
Your man's a marked hair, son.
I expect an apology on my return.
I think I might have rubbed that guy the wrong way. Anyway, back to chewing on this cigar. What are you doing running? Hold position and wait until you can see the whites of their eyes. You heard the man. It's because AC Shadows introduced a female sumo wrestler in AC Shadows. Yeah, I talked with Raven about that. The big issue therein is what he explained. This part is that, well, there was. Right, I was supposed to go to that rock. I think Connor just decided to quit. Looks like Israel Putnam was right on that one. But anyway, yeah, just sumo wrestling starting out is just like going like, oh yeah, we're totally gonna have women sumo wrestlers, and they're like, no, don't do that. There actually is one thing they could have somewhat done if they wanted to get into, because they could have done kabuki, which the first one who got big under that would have been, that they could have been, because kabuki started by a woman, but then they transitioned over to doing all men, just because they were worried about prostitutes using it as a means to sell their services. But no, they wanted to go sumo because I guess they wanted to have an overweight Japanese woman for whatever reason. Alright, the big flash went, I'm going. I think I can make him break for it. How? Alright. Judas H. Priest, that's a lot of them. But I mean, they shouldn't be firing. They should be marching up to... If this was portrayed accurately, they would be marching up in rows up to Breed's Hill, and they would be getting eviscerated. Because they marched on Breed's Hill like 3 or 4 times and got blasted back, and we only pulled back because we were out of ammo. Yeah, that's the most annoying part of this, but don't worry, it'll still get ridiculous. But regardless, there's a Templar that needs killing. And by golly, I plan to do it. Why would you jump off of the tree? Are you out of your tree, sir? Yes, you are out of your tree. Get back in the tree. I want the advantage of height. But to be fair, Connor's built like a brick house and is taller than most people, so I guess he still has the height advantage. Militia actually did pretty good during the battle. Yeah, they did, and that's the thing. If you know how to use militia, and they're on the right terrain, i.e. their home turf, they can do very well. Problem is, though, they typically don't do well in offensive campaigns. This is kind of being an exception, but these are all people from New England, so they know this area better than anybody else. Hey, buddy. Buddy, wanna see something cool? Wanna see something cool? Limit regular kills? No, we are not limiting regular kills. I refuse. Comment was, I didn't delete any comment. I gotta be careful because if I take one out now, they'll all jump me. I'll get the last one that turns. If you're referring to like how, I don't know, did you explain that how you thought the Japanese were the first Americans? But if so, then no, I didn't read that one. Go away now. Go away now. Shh. 92, go away. Oh, this is awkward. Yeah, sumo is often misunderstood by those that don't partake or watch it, because they might go, fat guy's wrestling. Like, no, there actually is a strength to it. There's muscle there. And that's another thing, like, kind of Hollywood is a little responsible for, is they think that, the shredded look for a guy, that's how you know he's very strong. And while granted, shredded muscle does mean there's definitely a lot of work put in, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're the most physically fit. Because if you look at, say, like bodybuilders versus strongmen, the strongmen are, i.e. stronger, but they don't look like they have chiseled abs and jawlines and other stuff like that. But Hollywood knows which one looks prettier, so they went with that one. You didn't see anything. You didn't see... Crap. I was hoping I could... What? What? I can't even outflank them? Okay, fine. Just systematically slaughter all of them. Just systematically slaughter all of them. It's the only way to go. Limit regular deaths, my ass. Why do you keep trying to do that instead of just stab me? I don't get you. Alright, next. I wasn't even close to you. Why are you trying to grab me? Yeah, this is much better than stealthing. This is far more efficient. The greatest warrior under the rising sun? What about under the setting sun? Who's the greatest warrior then? Okay, might have lost my cool there for a second now. I think it was likely that the Europeans and spread it across the world. Just because you don't have rippling abs doesn't mean you can't fold someone like a cheap launcher. Yeah, it's a good thing. And not to say that if you have abs or anything that you're not actually strong. No, you definitely worked for those. It's just that's not necessarily the peak physical performance. Or do you think stone giants are underrated? In what context? Appearances can be deceiving. If only he was actually close, I'd try and hang him with the rope dart. But he's so far away. He needs to die. Don't ask me why, but he just does. What do you mean he's out of range? No fun. Okay, I could get it with a bow butt. Let's see if we can pull this off. Because if we can't... Dang it. How about you? And I gotta do what the trailer actually does, and I'm just gonna shoot him with the bow. Because it's about sending a message. Or... not! He took it like a champ, though. It's like, oh, that was weird. I guess I'll just continue to stay here. It's not like I'm under fire or anything. Oh! You mean I literally cannot use the method that was used... What? You mean I literally can't use the method that was used in the trailer? That is absurd. I like how I highlighted over Pitcairn, and yet he was... You think you're hot stuff, do you? Listen, I was trying to make your death quick and somewhat comedic. I don't mind getting up close and personal with you, pal. Stay in your lane, big man. Stay in your lane. Are you seriously trying to go fisticuffs with me? Hello, you can give the enemies grievous injury in the game and they can just take it on the chin like nothing happened to them. Yeah, it's so weird. At least the blood spatter on him makes sense now.
Why did you do this?
You did try and have your men shoot me, you know.
Those they serve, you meant to kill them.
Kill them? Are you mad? I wanted only to volley.
Oh, so this is a weird thing. You are a Templar. Man's an assassin. Why are you killing me, my mortal enemy? Why would you... Oh, obviously.
You put an end to that now.
If you speak true, then I will carry your last words to them.
They must lay down their arms. They must stop this war.
Why them and not the Redcoats?
Do you not think we asked the same question of the British? These things take time. And it would have succeeded had you let me play my part.
Part of the puppeteer.
Or better, we hold the strings on another.
No, the strings should be severed. All should be free.
Merc.
And we should live forever on castles in the sky. You wield your blade like a man, but your mouth like a child. And more will die now. Because of that.
Dude, yes, because the Templars never orchestrated a war. Also, need I remind you, you started the Boston Massacre. You started messing around with the tea and other nonsense like that. This is of your own making. Please, come on. I saw you disembowel like an entire brigade. You can take those guys. Go back there. Well, I feel like I missed something in chat.
How dare you sneak up on me like that? Why don't you just go out there and just help this cap retreat? Don't ever do that again, you hear me? God damn it!
Sounds like me ordering around the kids.
Live. The same cannot be said for Pitcairn.
Connor is a child. I mean, he is relatively young, and granted, he could do a better job of argumentation, and I wish he would. But the thing is, it's kind of just like, why did you kill me? I'm on the other side of the war. We are fighting each other. It's they need to lay down their arms. Like, yeah, obviously that's not going to happen. Can you imagine that? Doing that in any other war? Hey guys, I know you both hate each other, and I know there's a lot of political, economic, and social reasons that you're shooting at each other, but could you just lay down your arms? Like, of course. You literally went with a, have you considered giving peace a chance? It takes time, man. It's like, this did not happen overnight. It's not like the Continentals and the British just woke up one day and say, why don't we just start shooting at each other? There was a process to this. But best gun, the first gun was the bow. Except the bow isn't a gun. It's its own thing.
My enemy is
I love bombards, changed my mind. I don't have a problem with you liking bombards. But every time I hear bombard, I think back to Age of Empires 3 and that Scottish guy, move that bombard forward. Only real only real Age of Empires 3 fans will remember.
I must save him, that his cause can flourish and my people remain.
That shot little boulders, those are also that's a bombard.
The greater the chance I am discovered. The Templars believe their men lost to the revolution. In their eyes, the assassins are gone and scattered, no longer a threat. But I fear they will soon discover the truth, and me along. I must.
You think the iconic hood would tip them off of what's going on? Because, I mean, when we were at the Boston Tea Party, we were wearing our hood, and we saw William Johnson and Charles Lee see me. Charles Lee should be able to, hey, by the way, you know those assassin guys? One's back.
Charles Lee and your father. What then of Paul Revere and the soldiers at Lexington?
Soldiers? There were no soldiers in those towns, only men and women who were forced to defend themselves.
Is this not why you fight? To protect your people? Your struggle is the colonist struggle. In helping one, you help the other.
Encouraging words from one who thought mine a fool's errand.
Make no mistake, I still do. But I can't help but feel some pride in your success.
And why should I give you any credit?
Then don't. But first, return the robe and the blade and the darts and all of the years of training and knowledge I have bestowed upon you. Return these, and then your words may have some merit.
He's got you there. Man, you move fast for someone whose leg don't work.
Oh, sure, please, you've killed 2 men. One more salesman than soldier.
I have killed far more than just 2 people.
Is that so, old man? Or perhaps we should step outside. I will gladly demonstrate how easily I could trounce.
Connor, this is Benjamin Talmadge. His father was one of us, no need for secrecy. I think he has something he wants to say.
Kelly's like, you have one last lesson to learn from me. Comedic timing.
Murder the commander-in-chief.
Yes, but I have only false starts and dead ends to show for it.
Not anymore, my friend. Thomas Hickey's your man.
I hate going after Thomas Hickey.
How?
I'll explain on the way. You and I are going to New York.
Do I have to? tea. Depends. I enjoy me some sweet tea. And now, do we have any homestead missions? We do have homestead missions! Alright, well, guess what? New York can wait. I only drink Pepsi. Well, some of us enjoy our sweet tea. Actually, it's one of the things I've missed about being, like, in D.C., there is no good sweet tea. None. I just feels like once you get to, like, Northern Virginia, like, sweet tea just turns into brown water. Why, Lark, is it because of the contrived way it was handled? A lot of this game is contrived. Those would be railway guns. I feel like I'm being left out of the conversation there. But that's okay. We have baby kicking, pig herder. I only drink the blood of my enemies. And apple cider.
What is it, Prudence?
I fear city bothering you with this, but Warren's taken a heel to markets in Boston. Could you round up the livestock for me? I've tried, but this baby in my belly takes the wind out of me.
Of course. I will see to it.
As long as, you know, you invite me over when we go have the barbecue. Alright. So now I need to rustle up some pigs.
This way.
I don't know why I don't just put like a rope around it and try and lead it in. Get in the pen. Get in the pen!
There.
I feel your frustration, Connor. Get in there!
Faster than they look.
Get in there now. Settle down there, bud. Alright. I just need you to get in the dang pen. We'll do you first. Get in. Get in!
Do for this place.
You'd think the shot would have scared it, but then you'd be wrong. Get in. Get in. There we go. Well, the British boy. Alright, come on now. Do I have to threaten you too?
Get in the pen.
Just get the fucking pen. I said to him! I'm a man on the edge! Alright.
Hip. This way.
Alright, Porkins the Unholy. You are going the wrong way. Problem is with you pigs, you have no fear. Oh, this was you're almost there. You're almost there. I'm gonna make you bacon if you do not get in there. You're giving a pregnant lady a hard time and me. I am not a fan of you right now. They said go.
Faster than they look.
Thank you. Gosh, that was annoying.
Thank you, Connor.
What the fuck?
I am.
Oh, I'm gonna have to go back and clip that. The three little pigs taking out the wolves come to play. That was beautiful. Oh, I'm not even mad. That was amazing. Oh, that was so funny. That's not a glitch. That's a feature. That was amazing. Just Prudence like, he's getting mauled by a wolf. No need to register that. Oh, not even safe in the dialogue scene. Oh wow. Lance, Warren, Prudence. That's my minor. Alright. Woo! What a trip that was. Best homestead mission. Best homestead mission right there. Just warning, wolves may attack you. For the cutscene bear. This is a great place to raise our children. Casually ignores the Indian having his throat ripped out literally inches from her face. It's safe in a mundane mission. It's how Ubisoft keeps you on your toes. It's how they do it. I only have 4 arrows. I'm gonna need to buy more.
Not the right gift.
Are you still sulking?
Bad news. She did not like the flowers. She tossed them aside.
But Prudence was certain.
I knew Miriam was not the type for flowers.
Then why did you accept them?
Myself, Morris.
All right, but please don't let her see you. She will think I'm bizarre.
Yeah, my record with stealth ain't exactly great. Are you sure you don't want me to just go up and ask, say, hey, if someone were to give you a present, what would you want? Reminds me of a dude getting hit in the face by a robot in Fallout dialogues. Or like in GTA, like you can just have the cops shooting at you while everything. But I was surprised because I thought like when I first saw like the wolf, I was like, oh, it's gonna like attack, but it won't be able to register anything. But it won't register anything, and it'll just be like trying to bite me while I'm talking. But no, it actually had me get tackled and taken down. That was wild. For deer and wild boar. Ooh, good luck on the hunt. Make some jerky for me. I'm surprised Raven got any attention from Ubisoft. All consider they're on the brink of total. Here's the thing: the company could be doing better, but the thing is, like, they have different teams, and so certain teams are able to prioritize different things, have different budgets, and other things like that. Like, I know the Assassin's Creed team is probably sweating bullets right now, but I think the For Honor team, all things considered, is doing decently. Wolf's like, frick the cutscene barrier. Ooh, Rabbi! Peter Cottontail ain't getting another one on me. Nature's gonna strike me, I'm gonna strike back twice as hard. Get over here, Peter Cottontail. You're next, pal. Say you're next! Don't worry, I know exactly what to get Miriam. We're gonna get her a few rabbit carcasses. Because women and girls like seeing dead small woodland creatures, right? That's what makes them happy. I don't know, I'm terrible with women. Which, I don't know, maybe I can relate to Connor. Huh, most relatable assassin yet? Ferrano's about to live another AC project. We may just see it. Alright. So I can't have invisible walls indeed. So I can't have her see me. Looks like she's focused on smoking some meats and tanning some hot. I obviously didn't want to go in the bush, but I wanted to get on the limb. Connor! Connor! Gonna change your name to Patrick if you keep doing that nonsense. How do you feel about the new Assassin's Creed? If you mean Shadows, it hasn't come out yet, so I don't want to. What I've seen isn't good. Let me put it that way. What I've seen is not good. I'm not like, because let me put it to you this way: the last Assassin's Creed game I was actually excited for was Odyssey. That was the last one I was excited for. When Valhalla came out and I saw the trailer, I was kind of skeptical. I thought maybe it would be good, maybe it was surprising, but I wasn't holding out hope. Mirage I knew was going to be crap from the nanosecond I saw it. Hey, could you just go leave somewhere so I can stalk you? I wonder if... wait a minute. What is the subtle messaging here? Hey, if advice from a woman on how to pick up another woman doesn't work, stalk them. Or pay your landlord to do it. I think that's rabbit she's got on this. You're going a little over on the spices. Just thought you should know.
Can I help you, Father?
Nope, I'm fine. I'm not even here. Venison next stew or Brunswick stew using rabbit? I'd probably do Brunswick stew just because I've actually cooked that before.
Why are you poking around my camp?
Why are you acting like you can see me? Oh. I was like, why are you poking around my camp? Like, excuse you, you live on my land? Cheap knife. Why don't you just use that one you have on your hip right there? A litter bug! Despite most of the issues, I think I'll still get shadows. It looks like it can be fun.
Appreciate a new knife. That blade has seen its prime.
Apparently I didn't get caught. Wild. Looks like it can be fun. I'll probably be playing now, I promise, since it's Assassin's Creed. That's, because Raven's gonna get it, but he's probably just gonna stick with Naue, because, you know, Assassin's Creed, and also, apparently, they've kind of dumbed down what Yasuke can and can't do. And I'll see if, who knows, maybe it'll be a surprise hit. Maybe. But, I'm not gonna judge anybody for saying, like, hey, I want to give it a fair shake. I'm not gonna judge you at all. I completely understand that line of logic. I don't know who Connor ended up with, but apparently he was supposed to get with together with Aveline in the King Washington DLC, but the idea was scrapped. Well, that wouldn't even matter even if he did, because the King Washington DLC is just a freaking dream sequence spat out by an apple. One thing I learned in this year's gaming, that having women and black people in a game isn't inherently woke. That makes force-feeding a message agenda. No, you're right. Having women or black people in a game definitely does not make a game woke. However, how it's handled itself, how you set precedent, that can affect how it's perceived. The idea of Yasuke being an enforcement isn't all too surprising, considering the assassins themselves aren't really known for their martial prowess outside of ambushes. Well, it depends on the assassin. Because some of the assassins are actually quite good. Because remember, like, in Assassin's Creed 2, you had mercenaries working on you. You had mercenary captains that were assassin allied and but could go in and like give a full-on beating. So they did exist. It's not out of the realm of possibility, but I think Ubisoft is trying to backpedal slightly without admitting it. And I think the problem is they're going to try and please everybody, and now they're going to please nobody. What about Valhalla? We don't talk about Valhalla. Unless it's funny to me. In which case, yes, we do. Valhalla is peak. Gonna have to disagree with you there. In fact, I'm gonna kill this fox because you said that. Get back here! Get back here! I'm gonna get you! Sly is a fox. No, wait, Sly's a raccoon. Dang! Got it. And now your pelt is gonna help me pay rent. Yeah, you can use this for a good gift announcer. Little did he know it was also a trap. Wait, what? Wolf charges in during cuts. That would be a great meme. Every time I try and do a homestead mission, it just ends with Connor getting attacked by a wolf. I think Assassin's Creed Valhalla was a good game, great game. Wasn't a good Assassin's Creed game. That's how I feel about Odyssey. And if you like Valhalla, great. I do not like it. The storyline is absolute garbage. And also, I'm going to just go ahead and say it's not even a good Viking game. Because they try and whitewash my Vikings. Can you imagine in Black Flag if they tried to say, oh no, you're not trying to steal gold or sugar or rum or anything like that. You're not trying to do that. You're merely only trying to get supplies. That's all you're doing, getting supplies. Pirates would never do anything bad. Yeah, that's basically how they treated Vikings. Oh, Viking, you're not raiding that monastery for gold and silver. You're raiding it for supplies to build your little homestead. It's like, excuse you? No, if I'm going to be a Viking, let me be a dang Viking. Don't give me this sugar-coated nonsense. Yeah, thank you, B1.
I looked around her camp and it seems she needs a new hunting knife.
She has another one strapped to her waist, but apparently she doesn't use that one.
I'll think on it. Yes.
Crusader Kings handles Vikings better than I. Crusader Kings handles a lot better. Oh, it has a lot of stuff better. But yeah, because of course with Crusader Kings you can go absolutely insane with the Vikings because you can play them totally realistically, or you can go, screw it, blood for the blood god. If they wanted to have a Viking force that fought to establish a kingdom, they could have went with Gotham's war against Alfred the Great. I mean, we do see Alfred. We do. So they could have said it a little bit earlier, and like had us partake with the Great Heathen Army, and there could have been some interesting introspection in that. And just like you could sort of sympathize a bit with people you're invading and going like, yeah. Or you could talk about like how the Vikings sort of integrated into English society and culture as like once they took over an area, it's like I'm not going to kill you now. We own the land, and so we need people to stay on the land. And you could have done a somewhat decent job with that. But the biggest gripe I have is, unlike Origins and Odyssey, where there were so many side missions and other stuff you could do to help grind through XP, to level up your character, to make yourself a force to be reckoned with. And this, either you do the story missions, i.e. sagas, or you do fun little whimsical things that I don't care about. Hey, I want to level up my stuff. Who cares? Play tag with the kids. Hey, I want to go on a Viking raid. No, you don't. You want to help two idiots burn their house down. Still irritated by that. Hey, buddy, you still striking out? A minor thing I see no one else mention Valhalla is that Odin is the only one who reincarnated into a girl, but the others just stayed the same gender. It doesn't make sense. And yeah, that's the thing, because here's the thing. Again, I'm fairly certain they retconned it, because they advertised male Eivor. We saw male Eivor. All the time, male Eivor. But then suddenly, on the wiki, it's like, oh no, it was a shield maiden. It was a shield maiden. Totally, Odin would reincarnate as a chick. Like, then why have Odin be the one we reincarnate as? Why not be, I don't know, any one of the female Aesir? Why not? Freaking ridiculous. Anyway, let's drown my troubles off by going to sea. Odin is just trains. He's a train? Ah! Odin is Thomas the Tank Engine confirmed. What else have the Aesir been hiding from us? I was watching Cody's recent video. I was always wondering why William pretty much genocided the North. And it's called the Harrying of the North. Because he had the old style mindset of, alright, if you won't bend the knee, you're getting eradicated. That's just how it is. I need to watch Cody's new video too. I haven't seen it. It's an interesting topic. I just haven't. Do I actually have enough to give Peg Leg McGrew his next set? I don't even want to know what you do with these, by the way.
Got some more? Let's have
As a North pagan, this deeply saddens me.
Find some more.
You're upset that your chief god is a train? I was looking for Thomas the Trans. Said Thomas the Train, but I guess Sodor is a little different than I remember growing up. All we had to do was follow the damn train out. Take the train. The rescue. I didn't know droids had a religion. The things you learn, Barbarian. The things you learn. The rescue. Do I do that or do I do one of these? This is technically off the coast of South Carolina. So let's go ahead and do that. The Privateer, the St. James. Yeah, sure, we'll hunt him down. Just get his AC in medieval France where you take down, where you take down the Templar Order. Seriously, you introduced that concept in Unity and I'm like, that's a great idea. Why am I not playing that game? No, we have to do this French Revolution because reasons. The biggest gripe with Unity is, now that I think about it, is like, wouldn't have been so much more fun if we weren't just stuck to the confines of filthy Paris. And I say that it's filthy because while I was during the Revolution, a lot of places were filthy. Oh no, I'm joshing on you, B1. I'm joshing on you. Chase and engage the St. James. That's the St. James, right? I'm going to get you. You would stop swimming in rocks! Better than Arno the Simp. Oh, God, Arno. Friday the 13th Kangaroo Trials and burning the Templars at the stake. Yep, that would actually be an interesting thing. How would the assassins deal? Will they just say, like, oh no, everything we did to the Templars was completely justified? Or would they be haunted by the fact that what they did some perhaps even more dishonorable means to get rid of the Templars? Who put that rock there? Who put North America there? I was in the middle of something. Convince them that it's worth to go against the Catholic Church in order to collect money tax. Yep. Gotta be careful with how much, because that's one of the cons of, like, the Templars are always the bad guys, and it's kind of like, now we gotta write every single story around that.
Watch out on the port side!
That got him. Oh, shoot! That should have... Remarkable, I hit no... Oh, got one. Jeepers, we got a lot of them. Thank you. Thank you. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Alright, load up another... Swivel boys, you gotta stop shaking. I miss my puckle guns. Don't ask me how crouching somehow deflects cannonballs. It just works. Just have to trust me on it. It works, okay? Let's try and clear these two out. Good. And 3 in one go. There we go. That's what we're talking about. You should be ashamed for missing that one. And the big one is down! Since apparently I'm terrible with my accuracy, we're just gonna broadside you. Ha! Okay, I was fixing to say, what miracle of Neptune were you using to avoid that? Trying to pepper me with grape shot, eh? You know, I'm just gonna say, my grandfather would never have allowed this, this to go this far. Gotta unlock those Empire Total War puckle guns. I mean, I was thinking not of an Empire Total War, but actually Assassin's Creed Rogue. Because those puckle guns they make fanning out a deck so quick and easy. Quit being faster than my ship! Unbelievable. Finally! Last one. There we go. Now, can we do a naval mission where we're not surrounded by rocks? I know Honor was written terribly because Unity was my introduction to the AC franchise, and I kind of hold a special place in my heart. Hey, we all have our beginning. Yeah, because if I recall, the first Assassin's Creed game I ever touched was actually Assassin's Creed Bloodlines for the PSP. And because it wasn't even my PSP. It was just it was a Boy Scout trip. We were going down to Florida, and we somehow got an Xbox 360 set up in the car, but they didn't have enough controllers for me to play. And so one of the guys was like, "Here, you can play on my PSP." I was like, "Oh, what's this?" And the rest was history. Is it wrong that I want to make a company that their entire thing is doing like 1 week excursions on an Age of Sail sloop of war with traditional food and such? I think if you could feasibly get that off the ground and running, you could probably find a market for that. Particularly depends on where you are and where you market that. Because if you are like in the American South or anywhere on the Gulf, like where pirates are a big selling point for stuff, like if you set that up in like Myrtle Beach, you would make bank. You would make so much bank. Alright, but we did alright with that one. Let's try and start clearing out some more of the naval missions. Wolves begin swimming towards the ship. No, I demand that happen. That sounds amazing. Alright, let's go after the next Templar mission. I'm in Alabama. You can get away with that in Alabama. Edward rolling in his grave with that performance. Hey, if I get him rolling fast enough, I can use him as a turbine.
Do you trust her?
With my life, Captain.
You could just say you don't trust her. Hey, Lark, would it be called inaccurate to call Samurai and For Honor weeb lads? Depends on how they play, I think. Because if you say they got that Uchiha symbol or a Sharingan symbol, then yeah, sure, they're weebs. But if they're just playing Samurai for the sake of playing Samurai, I'm not gonna harass them and call them weebs. Unless it's funny.
The Aquila has returned.
Because I mean, everyone's like, you got the Samurais are the weebs, Knights are the tin cans, the Ulan are the communists, the Vikings are the neckbeards, and the Outlanders are, I don't know, they're foreign exchange students. Well, actually, you could call, and my lawyer has advised me not to finish this joke.
Speak of the devil.
Head below deck, Mandy. It's safer there.
I want the shrapnel to kill you right good proper. Right in our progressive era, that reenactments and events like Renaissance fairs are still highly popular. I think, if anything, they're getting more popular because people want to... Gosh, I miss being able to do that on most ships. Alright. But I think the idea is, like, hey, a lot of people are getting turned on to this idea of Renaissance fairs and other stuff and reenactment, and so I think it's gonna grow in popularity, if anything else. There's the Tin Boys, the Neckbeards, and the Weeb Lads. You don't even have to call them lads, just the Weebs. Yep, that's a ship right there. Was a ship. The wolves got it. You know what's even better? The ship in Assassin's Creed Rogue, the Morrigan, like its default sails are like Morrigan. On the Morrigan are wolf sails. So the wolves can attack at sea. Apparently I have to protect a merchant ship because they can't be bothered to put cannons on their own decks.
We need to find out what Biddle intends, but we must hurry. What else do you know of Biddle?
All of a sudden, Congress is a brand new ship for him to captain.
From British coxswain to captain of a colonial flagship? Something doesn't add up.
Yeah, how did we get a flagship? And the only person who's getting a flagship, or anything equivalent of it, the only thing that's getting equivalent to a flagship is John Paul Jones.
That wind will push us hard up those rocks. Veer off!
I think Lark would take his students onto the ship to have my company and make them live the experience for a week. If we had the money, I absolutely would love to do that. I'd also be, it's just like, hey kids, would you like to learn what keel hauling is? Though I'd probably get arrested for, murder in that case, because keel hauling would definitely kill them. But it would be fun to Spartan kick them off the boat. Ship, I'm sorry, ship. Wulin Kung Fu's and the Outlander's opposite of legals. I was told not to finish the joke. Yep, the lawyer strongly advised us, if nothing else. Limit damage by rogue waves. Take cover, boys! Wow. Huh, we survived that one alright. Anyway, back to Full Sail.
Well done, sir. That could have been ugly.
Indeed, but now you're going to make complain that the merchant ship is getting damaged. Well, maybe the storm has something to do with that.
Another, Captain. She's all yours.
Gee, thanks. Hey, we survived again. Now keep going. I knew I should have gotten the turbo engine on this thing. Now, we wouldn't keel haul. I think they'd consider the lack of internet and hard work punishment enough. Granted, actually, considering where I live, there's enough of them that would actually probably jump at the opportunity. And they would be the ones that I would actually recommend to do it. Because that's one thing that they really enjoy, like, when we did take them to museums and other stuff, a lot of the exhibits are like, yeah, whatever, but once there was something interactive they could get their hands on, they were all about it. And I get that, and I do get that. But it would be fun if could do this as like a surprise field trip. It's like, guess what, kids, you've been Shanghai! Yeah! If you watch If you watch AC4 and it's still badass and you made it not only to escape captivity, but managed to escape and take a ship in a storm, in a hurricane, that is huge.
Why is Biddle doing this? Nantucket is for the Patriots.
The company tells me his true allegiance lies elsewhere.
Come on, dude, you know how this old Templar thing works.
Don't fire on the merchant boat.
Well, maybe it should get in the way of my cannons. Did I just kill one by just running into it?
Keep them off her, Captain.
And also think about it. Let my inner pirate take over, and we can just sink the merchant ship and take all of its goods. Freaking grape shot. Alright, that's 2 down. Dang it. Oh, come on, we got a perfect hit. Now! Alright, that's another one down. Come on, you lily-livered son of a biscuit! There we go. Alright.
Salute to us, sir. They're safe. What now?
I don't know, tell the cameraman to lay off the rum. Randolph Scott! We're after the Biddle. Another one. How convenient, though, that the wave didn't come at any point during the actual fighting. Ooh, we definitely would have lost a few there. I love going to a Renaissance fair. It gives me a chance to wear more of my armor outside of tournaments, and I love seeing kids pull their fake swords to spar with me.
Who are they?
Those look big.
More English by the cut of their jibs.
Where's the Randolph?
He's gone, sir. Got to run. Left us to deal with this rabble. But this storm concerns me a great deal more.
Yeah, maybe we should get out of that. No? Okay.
Aye. Time your shots between the waves, sir. Then we must find shelter, or it won't be cannon fire that ends us.
Yeah, well, I'm below half health. I gotta be careful. If I could just get a good shot off. Alright. Come on. Wave going. Yep, that one could have been made better. Kind of wish I could stop my ship from losing health like Sly did by just, whacking a hole. Keep on aiming for that weak point, boys. Shoot. Nice try, but no. That'll teach ya. Or get some dialogue seeing me hit by a cannibal halfway through. No, they fire wolves at me. That one was to show you who's boss, Neptune. Oh, I wish I could just board them. How do you get to reload your nonsense? Ah, you probably have more cannons. Miss. Oh, shoot. Come on, we're so close. There we go. That'll teach you.
I'd say it's high time we find some cover from this storm, Captain.
I agree, Mr. Faulkner. We make for the vineyard.
Yar. Why do I get the feeling that Lark would try and stage a mutiny over grog on my ship?
It's rare, but it happens.
Depends how good the grog is.
Well, what's bothering
The enemies are experiencing a punic war moment.
Why is he helping the British Navy like that? Old friends, maybe?
Well, how would you convince the Continental Congress the Navy needs more ships?
You don't have to convince them. They already know. The problem is they can't do anything about it. The best they can do is basically take private ships and just say, hey, go do privateering nonsense, because that's what actually happened. The only real attempt we had at a navy was John Paul Jones. I don't know who this Biddle guy is.
Fine, Bobby, not to worry. The people of Nantucket are surely grateful, and so am I.
I didn't do it for you.
Glad you're back.
You're welcome, dude. Pirate booty, what well-timed. That's a booty of a different kind. Oh wow, actually perfectly on that mission. Please ignore the fact that the key is now mostly splinters, but hey. Lark is a man. Is that a man of war? Yeah, we don't have enough firepower for this jumps off ship. Yawning out and jumps, and as soon the nanosecond I jump off the ship, a wolf comes out and just bites me. And so I'm naming one of the ships the Wolf and as a nod to Lark, but included as a supply ship. That'd be fun. Oh, is this AC-3? I thought this was Black Flag. No, you can tell it's not Black Flag because the naval combat would have been far more enjoyable and over quicker, as I would have knocked one of them down, boarded them, regained health, and then proceeded to mortar strike the other one into oblivion. Whenever I see a girl do that in game, I think it means they like you. I don't know. Can't tell. Can't tell. I don't have the money for both a Navy and an Army, so I have to pick one or the other. Well, honestly, making an Army was all, like, supplying the Army was something, they could barely supply the Continental Armies, and in fact, on multiple occasions, they didn't supply the Continental Army. So the idea that, like, oh yeah, we need to convince them to donate more for ships, donate what? What was the official title for kids working on the ships? I'm drawing a blank. Shanghai? The old nautical practice of getting someone absolutely hammered and then having them wake up on a boat going, oh, sorry dude, you're working with us now. Prison time. The indentured servant, that's what you'll call it. Ooh, a homestead. Oh, right, it's to help out him get the materials to do ridiculous stuff. If I recall correctly, I have to help protect him while he detonates charges to try and get ore, because for some reason the British don't want me to do that. Of course, I think the Jackdaw has way more firepower than the Kia. Yeah, understatement. I think that in lore reason for why the Akia doesn't have as much firepower as perhaps some of the other ships that worked with the Assassins was their big thing was supposedly speed. Speed and maneuverability to be able to get out of play, to get in and out much quicker. And so having an excess of cannons would have hurt that. That's what I'm assuming, though, so take what I say with a grain of salt. I'm all for less government intervention and control, but I don't want them to be weak. There's a certain balance. Well, yeah, you're absolutely right, and that was something the Founding Fathers had to struggle with, because at first, don't run away from rabbit. But because at first they tried to go super weak with the central government, with the Articles of Confederation, and that was a terrible decision. And so, but they didn't want something as overbearing as an absolute monarchy or super strong as just as strong as Parliament, so they compromised by creating the federal government the way it is under the Constitution. And of course, even then you had to iron some stuff out, but that's where you get cases like Gibbons v. Ogden and others of the like. Cabin boy, there we go. The cabin boys. That was just it's a clue to find a hunting target. Another rabbit! Get over here! Oh, went too far. I'm too quick for my own good. Lark dies like Ezio, bully via lupus. I mean, hey, remember in Brotherhood, like, you had that whole cult of Romulus that all wore wolf skin, so what if that was like their last act? I couldn't get Ezio, but I'm getting this one. And I just remember, kids, James Madison, the father of the Constitution, said that people should be allowed to privately own warships. Yes, letters of marque and reprisal, which gave them not only permission to own cannons, but to go use them and seize goods on the high seas. Or what sort of stuff do you reasonably think your students and others would be willing to do on a ship? That heavily depends on the type of student. Because I got a bunch of boys that would probably actually be very interested in learning how to run a ship like that, working with line, tying knots, and other stuff like that. And then you would have, like, maybe one or two girls would be interested in trying to work on that, but a lot of them would just be like, no, they just want to sit back and just do nothing but play on their phones. And so you may have to have a policy like, hey, since they didn't have phones back in the day, I'm going to hold, or your teacher's going to hold on to them while we do this so you can get the full experience. And so you could teach them how to work on that. But you could do other probably stuff Like you could probably get them out and do like a rowboat and do other stuff like that. I'd say whaling, but that's kind of frowned upon in this day and age. So none of that, unfortunately. Because what brings a family together unlike whaling? Right. I'm all for like the 17th Amendment being repealed because the founders didn't intend for people to directly vote and wanted intermediaries, if I remember right. Oh, get back here. Wait. Can I get a source on that column? I would need to take a quick look. Quit moving. I almost had that raccoon. But for some reason I had to jump right then, and the raccoon's gone. Dag nabbit. Well, Sly gets to live another day. You never know, like I had a group of girls come through, pick up a Browning machine gun and say, hey, that was awesome, while dude bros could barely lift the weapon off of its tripod. Again, it varies heavily. I'm just telling you what the averages is. There we go, finally got Sly. Well, like helping with the galley, working with sales. Working with this, you're going to have to teach them how to work with the sales. But honestly, like you could, because I do know the high school that my middle school is connected to, I think they at one point had a sailing club. If I see any beavers. But I think they'd also want to fire cannons they get and get a tan on deck. Well, I mean, I would want to fire cannons. And so I think you could have to work out a curriculum if you could potentially work fishing in there. I know several boys that would immediately jump on that. An elk. Nice. The elk is labeled as an enemy. I always find videos who talk about M2 Browning machine guns are still useful even 90 years after its use, when it should be obvious that the Shocker 50 cal ammunition is surprisingly effective. Hey, it's just like I heard like they were using Maxim machine guns in Ukraine just because of the sheer rate of firepower they can get out, and it's just kind of like, yeah, like, yeah, you got to use what you have, and just because you make something newer and fancier doesn't necessarily mean that it's one, better, or two, that the old model is ineffective at all. Awesome. Supply method or net or rod? They would be familiar with rods, but I think it would be interesting to teach them how to use nets. But yeah, it would be interesting, like, to teach, like, hey, this is what you had to do to handle supply and other stuff like that. Like, sort of like have them understand the roles that would have been required for a lot of that, and also get them used to what it's like to be on a steady diet of hard. Hey yo! Come and get me! Come and get me! Quit running around like a. Are you gonna try and attack me again, or there we go? We're eating good tonight, fellas. I only had one kid come through and talk about how he would no-scope the enemy, looked him dead in the eye and said, assuming the army didn't outright reject you, you would die very quickly. Yeah, a lot of them are trolling, but a lot of them like genuinely don't understand. It's like, I did it in Call of Duty, or I did it in Fortnite, why can't I do it in real life? It's like, because that's not the way it works. Because I remember we were doing a lockdown drill, and the group of kids I had with just would not shut up. And I was like, guys, you have to take this drill seriously. It's like, what are you going to do if there's an actual emergency? And so I was like, I just take out the shooter. It's like, yes, regale me with stories of how are you going to do that? It's like, a lot of these kids legit think they're invincible. Because when they say, no, I'm built different, they think they are. Until at some point someone flattens them out and they realize, ooh, maybe I'm not the hot snot I thought I was. Get back here! Why is it when I say kill rabbit, you think twirl tomahawk? Since I have a class to the supply ship and another teacher to swap them halfway through the week. Oof. Realistically speaking, I could probably justify that through the standards. The real issue would be cost. Hey, bud. How you doing?
Gunner?
How deep is this mine? You've carved out quite a decent pit for yourself. Not bad, not bad. But you may want to expand out just a little bit. How many of them would be broken by the time halfway comes? Oh, they'd be moaning within the first day, but eventually they'd adapt.
My guess is the bang will bring some unhappy English.
No doubt. I had best prepare some things myself.
I think if they explain, hey, we're miner, that you're doing a mining operation, not anything crazy, I think they'll be okay. Teaching kids to gut and salt fish would probably be fun. Oh, I have a lot of fishermen, students that enjoy fishing. They would be all over that, and you could use them to sort of help the other students adapt on what to do and how to do that. Come on. Where are the English? What? Ah, now they're gonna come. What are you playing AC3 on? I assume it would be on Steam. It is not on Steam. That was actually the original plan. But you see, what happened was I downloaded the game, but for some reason it's like, hey, this game isn't linked to your. This game is linked to another Ubisoft account for whatever reason, and so it refused to let me play it. So I had to get it on PlayStation 5. Do not try and take on a Highlander by yourself, dude.
Be careful.
So apparently you're made out of tougher stuff than the majority of my assassin recruits. Yep, reload, boys, while we have the chance. Watch some of the kids get hired by me when they graduate high school. Oh, no, that would... Oh, did you activate the bomb, Norris?
Sacre Dieu! I think they are coming.
Yeah, they are. Come into the bomb, come into the bomb, come into the bomb, come into the bomb. It worked. I'm going to show you how to use this gun properly.
This is my last one. Just a little longer.
Just a little longer, you say. I got one more mine. I think I can use it. Let's put it right here. These French just let him die. Nah, I need my iron ore supply. You know, I got a revolutionary army to supply. Can't be too picky about allies. No, I wanted his gun, but sure, we can throw him gingerly away. There we go. No Scope Kid got a dose of reality when I handed him M1 carbine, and he said, "This is really heavy." I laughed and said, "That's the lightest rifle I have. You've been drafted. You'd be a clerk." Yeah, and that's the thing. It's real easy to see stuff in video games and go, "Oh man, I want to do that." Like every kid wants to be a heavy machine gunner until it's time to carry that machine gun. Now we just got to deal with the Scottish. Norris, you're doing pretty good. Norris with the win! You're a more effective French assassin than my actual French assassin. So, note to self, when recruiting assassins, go with the miner, not the French chef. Those are the kids who want to do it wild, the ones who survive will be the good ones. Yeah, survival of the fittest. Social Darwinism, played out in real life. The French are already supplying the Continental Army. The death of the French citizen by redcoats would escalate the war. And an alternate history scenario that I wish AC would do sometimes. Well, here's the thing. At this point, the French are actually not supplying the revolution. They're kind of looking at it and going, I hope you do well. But it isn't until after Saratoga that they officially recognize us and actually start funneling full support. What's actually funny is like the first crates of guns they send us to go fight are defective. So it's like, thanks, France. Appreciate you, buddy. And then they sent us the Marquis de Lafayette, and he was a G. I know you just got done making fun of a girl who went to pick up the Browning in 19 like she was the reincarnation of John Passalone. Yeah. You always find people in another homestead mission. You always find people that get too big for their britches. It's a sad fact of life. Hey boys, how we doing? Ooh, I need more stuff. What are you guys even... Why are you just chilling out here? Alright, I'm gonna spice things up for you boys.
Spice things up, we don't.
There's a British garrison just like it's just British patrol, just undermanned, just kind of standing around not knowing what to do. It's like, alright, I'm just gonna go ahead and let natural selection play out, and I just killed them.
Well, I mean, they say when life gives you lemons, it's equal to an egg.
You have 3 M1 Grands, and 1 M1 Carbine, and 1 Springfield M1903. Well, share one of the M1 Grands with me. I want one. You can't just say that and then not expect me to want one now. To be fair, Lafayette didn't come as a French representative. He was literally smuggled himself out of France because he was ordered not to come, but wanted to anyway. That's not what he told his wife. Oh, those French.
Oh, those British. What will we do with them?
I unironically made a Gothic Wolf Barbarian as your nemesis in my art. It's just a prophecy. That's just how it is. Yeah, you missed it, Raven. We had an interesting... I was doing a homestead mission where I was, like just rustling up some pigs, putting them back in the pig pen, and I'm talking after completing it, and then suddenly...